Hello and welcome back to the Filthy 15.
Filthy,
Filthy!
dirty. Go and wash your hands. That's not
As
what
we,
happens, is it? I don't know. Wash something.
as we are at our fourth of the
Wash your
Filthy 15.
soul. You
Yes,
dirty,
definitely.
filthy. Yeah, yeah.
And this one is due to profane and sexually explicit lyrics. As we get our first jaunt on the channel of the man, the myth, the legend, and the icon, Prince, with added
Uh,
revolution.
Have we ever talked Prince? I know we have
We
not done Prince, but has he ever come up like when we've been chatting about something else?
No, we have talked about it offline, but not
Yeah, yeah.
in the ether to the
So,
masses.
confession time. I bloody love Prince. Over to you.
I second the joy of Prince.
Yeah, yeah. One of the so go back to kind of the icons and a lot of the music icons that were really thrust out into the kind of the world of that time period. You know, you had your Michael Jacksons and you had your Madonnas, like these kind of elevated and almost movie star level, weren't they? Of being featured on entertainment shows and the
Yeah,
gossip magazines and things like that, and with kind of Prince being in there, and um, Prince was the one I liked the most. He's the one that resonated the most with me, and he's the one that stayed with me. Like I think of most of the real, yeah, I think icons lose their sheen generally after a while, don't they?
yeah.
And in some cases, one of those examples for very good reason. But they tend to kind of lose that gleam and things like that. Whereas he never did for me. I mean, there's one patch in his career where I think musically it goes a bit wonky, but God, like the amount of stuff he made, like one stroke two albums that I didn't like are ultimately forgivable. But yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like he's the one that was, and I'm going to go with it, the best of that kind of those ones, but the one that the masses forgot a bit.
I think the problem with Prince on a mainstream thing is when he goes weird and wants to do what he wants to do,
Yeah,
he'll do it, and you're either with it or you're not. You know,
yeah.
you've got up until sort of the mid '90s when he is the Hit Factory, and then he went, "No, I'm changing my name to Symbol, and I'm doing what I want to do, and releasing the records that I want to release."
But then even when he was the Hit Factory, and you're right, there's that period, isn't there, where I still felt like, and maybe I'm wrong here, I still felt like he was almost a Hit Factory because he was still doing the songs he wanted to. But yeah, I think not to say your points are valid, because I really think it is, because I think that was the beauty of him for me is he never tied himself to any convention.
Mm.
He wanted to make the music he wanted to make. So yeah, he didn't go, oh, that last album sold a few. Let's make sure we just do that again. Yeah, I don't know. Just an absolute master, and I think he doesn't give. I don't think he isn't given the credit that he deserved. Yeah,
So we are getting from the Master of Purple, Darling Nikki, which we will find out if Nikki is filth or not.
it's from Purple Rain, isn't it?
It is.
And it was only I was watching it about 2 weekends ago. I switched on telly late at night and just in time for it to start, and I was like, okay, that's it. I'm staying up.
Nice.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely love it. So yeah, not only a master of music, but a master of musical movies. I will say, not necessarily a master of movies, but yeah, master of musical movies. Right, shall we? Shall we, darling Nikki?
We shall.
Let's do this.
Knew a girl named Nikki, I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine. She said, how'd you like to waste some time? And I could not resist when I saw little Nikki grind. She took me to her castle and I just couldn't believe my eyes. She had so many devices, everything that money could buy. She said, sign your name on a dotted line. The lights went out and Nikki started to grind. Castle started spinning, oh maybe it was my brain. I can't tell you what you did to me, but my body will never be the same. Will you kick your behind? Oh, she'll show you no mercy, but just shout up, show you how to grind. Nikki. Woke up the next morning, Nikki wasn't there. I looked all over, all I found was a phone number on the stairs. It said, thank you for a funky time. Call me up whenever you wanna grind. Come back, Nikki, come back. You damn that's what I
So let's dive into the filth. What
Elf.
what did what did the PMRC particularly have an issue with here?
So they only, I don't know how it was only the beginning part, but only the beginning was what they pulled up with Nikki being a sex fiend and meeting her in a hotel lobby masturbating to a magazine.
With the magazine, yeah, I did wonder. I mean, like it's hard, I guess. Going as we said earlier, like an artist that means a lot to me, an era of the artist that means a lot to me. So I guess it's even harder for me to be objective on that on this one. But I don't get this one at all. Like of all of them so far, this is the one that I get the least. Does it have sexual content? Like yes,
It's
but
smutty. It's the smuttiest of the smutty songs we've had so far.
do you
It
think?
it is very openly smutty. The fact,
I guess maybe that's the thing that makes it less smutty for me is that you've kind of I mean so much of it is about Nikki and how open she is with her sexuality. She's masturbating with a magazine in a hotel lobby. She's kind of going, I'm going to do my thing. And all the way through it, everything is consensual, like
Yeah.
without any hint of guns or knives or anything like
Yes.
that. But yeah, I guess it is maybe possibly the most open, like the least innuendo, isn't it?
Yeah.
So far.
And so I think this one you've got obviously the fact saying about that she's masturbating, the fact that she got like all the devices that she has,
Yeah,
the clearly grind being dropped in lots of times.
yeah,
Um, come back and see me when you want another go. There, this
yeah,
isn't this isn't innuendo. This is very direct to what it is. Yes, as you say, it's fully consensual. It is basically,
yeah.
a story of a one night hookup with someone that blew his mind, and he's like, yes, please, I want more. But this is, as I say, the most overtly sexual song we've had so far, and it doesn't shy for what it's saying.
I guess the more you say it, yeah, like I think I am like rose tinted glasses in it a bit, aren't I? Because this is probably right up the alley of the anti what a very conservative person would want, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
you're supposed to be stoic and never talk about these things.
missionary
Because
lights
yeah,
off, never speak of it.
yeah, well, as I say, for the most part of it, and this is one of the things that, to a large part, I think Prince does very well is, it's I think it's a very empowering song.
Mm.
Like Nikki isn't an object here. Nikki is the person in charge. You know that uh, it goes how Nikki wants, and don't get me wrong, Prince gets what he wants as well. But it's that thank you for a funky time, call me up whenever you want to grind. Like she is making that decision. Like and yeah, but I guess this is my my loony lefty liberal proclivities coming to the forefront on this one of yeah, this one is the one that I would least have on the filthy 15 so far. But yeah, I think this is probably, as you say, the one that goes against
Christian
um
morals.
yeah, yeah, probably the most, isn't it? Despite the fact that it has the least, and I'm going to say risque, but risque in that, there is no mention of violence. There is no mention, well, I guess the last three have all had intimations of violence, and there's none of that here. But yeah, this one is straight up. There's nothing hidden here. It's right in your face, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is, you've got to remember with the PMRC, God fearing, as I said, if they do procreate, it's lights off, missionary only.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
talk about it again.
yeah.
You
Shake
know,
hands afterwards.
yeah.
Good job, well done.
Thank you very much, and
Thank you, thank you.
and then go back into the separate bedrooms and sleep. You know,
Yeah,
that's the level of people that are making this list. So that idea of
yeah.
someone having sex for pleasure and being filth and being very open about it. No, 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 no. We'll have none of that here. No, stop that. Stop that at all. No.
For context, I think, although we'll find out a little bit later on, but I think of the Filthy 15, this is the one I experienced the first. Like I think of all of the songs stroke albums that they come from. I think Purple Rain was, I want to say, I mean, it's a few years after this, but I was about 11 or 12 when I first listened to Purple Rain and first saw Purple Rain. And I guess contextually, I'll go back to I turned out all right. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I don't think, as much as it's there, I don't think it impacted me. But I guess my loony lefty liberal stance on life may have been born out of songs like this. I don't know, but yeah, this is the first time where I can really kind of hand on heart say this whole album I listened to a lot at the youngest age probably of all of this
Mm.
stuff. And yeah, I don't feel, but then I say that I lean more to the left. I'm an atheist, so probably the PMRC had a point. Ban it.
You're not a right wing fundamental Christian.
No, this song ruined me. I'm in. I think they're right. I've
uh,
changed. My whole outlook on life has changed.
yes. Obviously, this song is a fucking banger. Love the song.
I do. I know what I'm about to say could be with sucks of air and controversy. This is actually my favourite song from the Purple Rain album, and I know it's an album that contains like When Doves Cry, Purple Rain, Let's Go Crazy. I here we go, PMRC proving their point. I love this song from the first time I heard it to this day. I just I think this is Prince when I love Prince the most. I think that slower, funk driven element to the guitar and just the way he delivers his lyrics. Not
Mm.
even necessarily the content of the lyrics, but the way he delivers them, the way that rhythmically like you'll have long sentence or long sort of line, a lyric to short lyric, but you never feel jarred. It just I don't know, it just works so perfectly for me, this song.
Yeah, this is my second favorite on this album because I am a sucker for Purple Rain.
It's a great song. Don't get me wrong, and it's my favorite on an album. I love the whole album to be honest, but yeah, as I say, I know kind of why people will lean other ways, but yeah, there's just always been something about this song for me.
Yeah, it is an absolute banger, and is it is one of those points where you look at his purpleness and realize just how good he is at
Yeah,
everything that he does. If you just look at that Purple Rain album, you've got the fun, fast one with
let's go crazy.
"Let's Go Crazy."
Yeah,
You've got the slow ballad when with "Doves Cry," him basically doing epic and guitar
yeah,
wankery in Purple Rain,
yeah,
and then this is your sleazy funk song.
yeah. So versatile, like, and I think probably we said at the beginning of the video about how great we find him, but maybe there was larger periods of time where he almost become a bit of the forgotten icon for a lot of people. I think that's because sometimes people maybe people pigeonhole him, so they'll kind of go like they'll remember Purple Rains and go
Yeah,
everything's like that, and I think that versatility of him is sometimes forgotten. But by the same token, I think sometimes maybe his versatility and his desire to construct albums that had very different styles and rhythms in it might have been the thing that cost him in some people's iconic. Because a lot of people do kind of go, I kind of want the same in
yeah,
each track. I mean, like, if there's anything else from this filthy 15, I'm just glad we got to do a Prince song, and I'm glad this is the one because you know what, like, if you're doing Prince, it's probably not the one. As much as I love it, it's probably never going to jump to the top of the list, is it? You're
no,
going to tend to go for the big tracks. I'd expect that if we'd have put something out on like sort of Twitter or Facebook or even on here to sort of say, right, give us the Prince song we should listen to. I don't think I think we'd get a lot of suggestions before we got to this track, wouldn't we?
yeah. So comments down there on is Darling Nikki worthy of its filth
Yeah,
and place on this filthy 15?
and thoughts on my conversion to right wing conservative Christianity, PMRC for life.
And while you're at it, as we're doing Prince suggestions down there.
Yes, I want more Prince in my life.
So, as always, like, subscribe, ring the bell. And remember, kids, stay filthy. Goodbye.
Don't masturbate in a hotel. Goodbye.